Whether it's the regular season or the off-season, we have you covered as we give you the best Tennessee Titans and NFL news and insight that a fan could ask for. You're watching the Titan Upload Network.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the 615, and yes, we are a member of the Titan Upload Network. And let's y'all know the saying, first impressions matter, not only in sports but in everyday life. Well, how can first impressions count? Make your face stand out with amazing skin. Well, how do you do that? By adding a skincare routine with Caldera Lab. Proven to reduce wrinkles, fine lines, and signs of aging. Caldera Lab is the leader in men's skincare and is here to save the day. You might not feel young, but you can at least look young with Caldera Lab. Have skin like the pros and use our exclusive code TITAN at Caldera Lab at checkout and get 20% off the best products. Jump into skin and first impression royalty with Caldera Lab. And let's go ahead and pull our guest and bring him in here from Titans Colosseum, Firestone, and RJ. What's going on, guys?
Man, how's it going, man? I'm enjoying the day. It's been a hectic day with some Titans news we got, but we got some good news at the end of it. But it's definitely been a roller coaster day today.
Oh, yeah, man, I've been doing good, man. Had a long day, man. You know, from dealing with the word about Traylon Burks and from just other news, man. Watching the joint practices, man. You know, it's been a lot of things, man. The radio's been freaking out, all this stuff. So, been an up and down day.
But before we get into the top NFL news, let's just give a shout out to Nashville SC for making it to the finals against Messi and Inter Miami. They'll play Saturday night, 7 o'clock at Geodis Park. And that's no small feat.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's going to be some competition.
Yeah. Just living in the Nashville area, man, that's all people have been talking about at work. All the people have been talking about on the radio. All the people have been talking about, man, Messi. And then I go look at the tickets, and it's $900 to even go see it. Like, this is huge, man. We've never had somebody this big come to Nashville, you know.
No.
Like, he's worldwide. Yeah, you feel me? Everybody knows the name.
$900? Is that nosebleeds? Oh my
ticket.
God.
$900.
And they're going up to 12,000.
Yeah, they're in the thousands, bro, to go see Lionel Messi, bro. That's like going to go see Beyonce, bro. Like, you feel me?
No.
Like,
that's worse than going to see Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's up there, bro.
Well, there's our chance right there to show the NFL that, hey, we can deal with the Super Bowl, we can deal with high tickets and pack it out and everything still. So, I mean, it's good. Bravo for the Titans, like for stadium wise, or Nashville, you know, for getting stuff like this to come. But bro, that's crazy. That's expensive.
That's Michael Jackson money right there, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
let's go ahead and hop into some NFL news. And our NFL news segment is brought to you by Caldera Lab. And, of course, me and the guys, we've already looked at this. We're starting off with some heartbreaking news, and we are talking about the passing of Alex Collins, 28 years old. And his birthday, he would have turned 29 10 days from today.
Yeah, but that's just sad to see when people go so quick. And like I said, it's been such a crazy week. I didn't even get to see this till today. So it's heartbreaking that this is happening. Him being so young and talented. And or if I remember correctly too, wasn't he the guy that did the river dances when the NFL did their little talents show or whatever? He was the dude on the stage doing the river dancing. Yeah. Bruh, man, so not even just talented on the field, talented off the field too. So a young guy we're really gonna miss. took in really,
And
really, really soon. But man,
he
that's
had
how
just
life is. But
he
yeah,
had just finished, I think, with USFL or XFL.
Yeah, he was a damn good running back, man. I remember him in his Arkansas days, all up to even him in Baltimore, man. And I actually went to Seattle when he was playing with Seattle. I was at that Seattle Titans game where we made that miraculous comeback with Henry. But you know, he was a running back that day, you know. So I've been very familiar with Alex Collins, and it hurts to hear about his passing. You know, rest in peace.
Yeah. Prayers go out to his family and loved ones. Absolutely.
But to change the tone of this, talking running back, Titans sign a running back, Jaquise Patrick, formerly of the XFL team there in San Antonio. But when you bring someone in, someone has to go. And that man was Chris Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, RJ kind of hit on this a little bit earlier or maybe you hit this before when we were in the back room. Is like, you know, these J-Rob guys are getting gone. Like, if they're not going to show up on the field, Rand's right here. He's ready to let him go. He is not hesitating to pull trigger on people that don't seem to be up to par with what Mike Vrabel's wanting on this team. So we're going to see a lot of change around. This ain't going to be the last one we see this season.
I mean, Chris Jackson, man. I mean, he was an okay player, you know, for us. I mean, he's made some good plays. There's been some games where he showed up and made some good plays. But other than that, man, this ain't. We trying to win a Super Bowl, bro. You know what I'm saying? We trying to win the Lombardi, bro. That's what Rand's goal is. That's what Mike Vrabel's goal, man. You're not gonna win nothing with Chris Jackson, man. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep it 100, man. These J-Rob guys that were mediocre, man. It's time for us to get in a different mindset, man. We're trying to become the upper echelon of the NFL, man. So. I like what Rand Carthon's doing. I like this draft so far, what these guys are doing in the draft, and we'll see how it goes on from there.
And Rand, we trust, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as we had mentioned, we had gotten some somewhat disheartening news earlier in the day. Traylon Burks went down in Minnesota, but literally within the last 30 minutes or so, we've actually gotten some pretty good news. It's a whole lot better than what we were thinking. It's a sprained LCL, which means he's only going to be down a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and we was in our Titans Colosseum group chat, and we was talking about it, and we was talking football, and everybody was excited. We was talking about preseason and messing with some Texans fans and everything, and then this news hit, and everybody's mood just like went straight down. It was like, oh, we are not starting this year off like this again. So we was really worried. We was all trying to be optimistic, but man, it changed the whole mood and the vibe we had in our group chat as soon as this news broke. So I'm glad that it's not as serious as it was, because it did look serious. It did sound serious. Paul Kaharski had us out there believing that it was going to be the worst thing. So I'm glad to hear this, but man, it was definitely scary at first.
Well, I even said there's no way this is an ACL. Because I've seen an ACL injury in person. The dude stood up and went right back down.
See, man, I got to think about myself, man. I just recently had a torn patella, man, and I just know, man, that when you step wrong, I got it during basketball, man. I stepped wrong and it popped really loud. And that's the first thing that popped in my mind when I seen that knee injury from Traylon. I was like, please don't be a torn patella, please. I knew, man. I haven't been the same person since that torn patella, man. When it comes from an athletic standpoint, and I just know that could really ruin your career, you know.
And as I said, I've seen an ACL injury in person. It's not good. The players are never the same after an ACL injury.
Unless you're Adrian Peterson, but that's a rarity.
Unless you're AP. But
the ACL is different between each player, because I feel like Harold Landry could get back to where he was at. You know, so it just depends on the player, man. I ain't gonna just roll it out for somebody. But if it was an ACL, I'd have been sick, because I mean, we're not gonna see. He would have been robbed of a season that he was a huge season he was gonna have. He's gonna be able to recover from this. You know, he's gonna be able to recover.
Yeah.
And the big thing is, of course, I know all too well about injury. Most people don't know this, but I don't have a PCL in my right knee.
Ooh.
Oh.
which that's what keeps you from hyperextending your knee.
Yeah, so it's just kind of, if you step wrong, it's just going to hinge on you type of situation.
Well, if I try to bend over without bending my knee, yes, my kneecap will actually pop out and pop right back in.
Flamingo status.
Basically.
Yeah, that's how. I know exactly how you feel, man. Like, even when sometimes I walk and I'll just be like, "Whoa," like that, you know what I'm saying, out of nowhere, because I'm my torn patella, man. Like, man, when you have a knee injury, man, it's like you're never the same after that, you know.
And I said this because I posted the picture we just saw this right here on Instagram, and I said, sprains, they're easy to heal, but they're also extremely easy to re-injure.
Oh, man. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
But
RJ's hopes just went like this.
I got a Traylon Burks jersey, so it's like, man, please don't tell me that.
But of course, we have another company that we've partnered with, and I'm gonna let a colleague here at the network take it away, Ross.
What's up, everybody? Just wanted to share with you this amazing deal that we have. We have partnered up with Ryan Harris and RiskQ.com. They have some amazing deals on quality watches, anywhere from $34.99 to $124.99, $169. You can see all the watches here on the right. They have digital watches, all different types of watches, and they're really good quality. And if you type the code in Tighten Up 15 at the checkout, you'll get 15% off, and this will also help Ryan Harris as well. So go check it out, RiskQ.com, code Tighten Up 15. Let's go, tighten up. Thank you guys for tuning in.
And of course, we're back. And of course, let's head into the main part of the show, which we're talking about. Is there a competition brewing in Nashville?
Oh, yeah.
We on the quarterbacks, right? That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay, yeah. I think right now, who I expected to have the lead right now is having the lead, and I would say Malik Willis, but mostly because he has a year into the system, man. I expect him to be the leader in this right now. But what I will say, though, I've been, as much as I've got on Will Levis this whole offseason, before we drafted him, Will Levis looks better than what I expected, man. And for him to be in his first preseason game, compared to what Malik looked like in his first preseason game, he's heads and shoulders better than what Malik was in his first preseason game. Malik couldn't even complete a pass. You know, Malik was taking off before he did stuff even happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the play even broke down. So I will say that,
Yeah, for me, I'll say this, that Will Levis did look like a rookie. He did look more comfortable out there on his first preseason game than Willis did on his first preseason game. But for me, like, Willis just looked a little bit like too stiff, like he was still in practice going through mechanics, and still, like, it didn't look like it was flowing naturally through him just yet. So he still looked kind of stiff and still like breaking down mechanics, like, okay, like this, the forearm, this way. So it's like, it was still like, it still wasn't what I was wanting to see. I was wanting to see it be a little bit more comfortable than that, but that's going to come and take time. But I will tell you this, bro. It is worrying me that Malik Willis still has not thrown a touchdown pass. 5 interceptions and not a single touchdown pass yet, bro. And that is kind of worrisome to me because concerning. Of the fact you're a quarterback, bro. Right now, your QB ratio is 0 to 5 for 2 years. Like, who does that? That's not like, we can have all the optimism and about your athleticism and how fast you are, and all that's great. But bro, you're not taking care of the ball, which is what you need to be doing. You're turning the ball over and you're not scoring points, bro. You have more rushing touchdowns than you have passing touchdowns, and this is just don't make no sense, bro. It's not, we need you to step up, and this was a foot in the right direction with that preseason. He finally got over 100 yards passing, but bro, like, you're a QB. You're just now getting over 100 yards passing in how many games, and you still haven't thrown a touchdown pass. Like, what are we doing here, Malik? We need you to step up, and we need you to improve. We're in the NFL now. We got to score points. We can't just look good and put some few good drives together. We need you to go out there and score points once we get in the red zone.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like, man, like Malik, man, you know what I'm saying? Now, look, you I will say that you are improved in what you were last year, but like you said, man, it's time, bro. You got to go out there. You got to at least score. Give me 2 TDs. Give me 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us something to work with. Like, you know, you made a. I'm wrong. Like on that final drive, man, that he had, man, I thought he was gonna put it in the end zone, but that false start wound up killing us. But I mean, he made some plays in that drive. Like he completed a second and long. He also completed multiple first downs that got us in position to win the game. It's just when he got to that 2nd and 2 and we fall 2nd and 3, we fall started, it killed us. And it's like we couldn't overcome that. You know, that 5 yards got us. You know. So
yeah. So, and I noticed that like Malik played majority of this last preseason game, and Willis and Levis came in a little bit here and there. So, with how the last game went, would you want to see Levis play more this next preseason game and let Malik take a step back, or do you still want to see Malik as the guy getting the most reps in preseason?
I would love to see it be more 50-50.
I definitely didn't like the changing drive shit. I want you to give them some time to get shit together. That every other drive switch shit is not cool.
They need to let Malik play the first 2 quarters and then Willis play Levis play the last 2 quarters.
Agreed.
I didn't do that, bro, because at this point in time, he can't even develop chemistry. You know.
No.
Like, or what I'd mentioned, I think Monday night or the last Monday night, was do every other quarter. And whoever has the hot hand going into the 4th, let that person run the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But I thought of that too. But then I was like, well, then whoever gets quarter 2 is getting quarter 4, and the same QB is getting 2-minute drills. And I want to see each one of those QBs have the chance to do a possible 2-minute drill, maybe right before halftime, maybe right before the end of the game, and see how y'all do with that, because that's something I didn't like last preseason game, which I understand Malik was already in doing the drive, but Malik ran both 2-minute drills. Will Levis didn't run a single one that last week.
I think my problem with that game was like, because I mean, after the game was over, for some reason I was just mad. It was just like, I'm like, man, it was just, I feel like we left so much on the football field. You know what I'm saying? It was like on offense, like I felt like we could have threw a bomb or something. I feel like there wasn't enough bombs we threw. There wasn't no plays that changed in the passing. I'm just talking about the passing game alone. Like the running game did its job. It's the passing game that I feel like I'm like, where's the bomb at? Where's the deep throw? Where's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's the something that's gonna wow me? There was nothing that wowed me in that game.
And I feel like the Titans are not wanting to show too much.
That's exactly what I was going to say. How much do you want to show without giving away the hand of what you're going to do into the season and still have the
element of surprise?
The surprise factor, exactly.
But as I told y'all beforehand, we have a lot of visual aspects to this tonight. So I'm basically going to let this run. So the first thing we're going to look at is there's 2 plays from Malik and there's 2 plays from Will Levis. And of course, our thoughts are already known. And then we're going to go right out of that into something that was sent to me by someone who's already in here. And it's from What's Shaking Titans.
That's good, man.
That Gary had made. And that's about 2 minutes. So I'm going to go basically straight out of the whole Will Levis, Malik Willis into something that was actually said by Dr. Kevin Dyson.
We'll start with the quarterbacks. To me, 2 words come to mind with Malik: maturation and poise. He showed both of those today. You can see the growth in him from year 1 to year 2. His understanding of the complexities of the offense, what defenses are doing, and his limitations. There were some times he held onto the ball a little bit too long, but that was addressed by Coach Williams. And then the very next series, you saw him be definitive in his decision and extend a drive with his legs instead of holding. You know, you could tell he's working on his pocket presence and things of that nature, some things that were questioned last year with him and his skill set, but you saw that growth in him. He had a command of the offense. You love that. He played with confidence. He made some plays, but there was a few missed throws he had as well. And again, first preseason game, speed picks up a little bit. He's playing with guys he's getting to know, to get more familiar with. But I like what I saw. Levis was okay. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great. We talked about it off air. That last series there with the missed throw, flushed out. You give him kind of a pass on that because he was flushed out. And then, of course, there at the end, he didn't necessarily get the job done with the throw back in the end zone. So he had a few errant throws, but you saw some of the talent in his throws. It was a confident, good placement of the ball. But again, to me, I thought Malik was a little bit ahead of him today, just in how he had a command and a presence and a poise about the offense. You can tell it was a kind of a guy who has been there before versus a guy going out there with his first experience. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't great, right?
Was there anything off with what Kevin Dyson said?
They can't hear you, Firestone, but I'll say it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, offense. I like what he said, especially when it came to Malik. Like he said, yeah, I could see the poise, the confidence in Malik. Like I said, you know, we were saying earlier that I want to see more wild plays from him, man. I want to see him, you know what I'm saying? I want to see touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? I think that's basically what he missed with passing touchdowns. You know, so I want to see passing touchdowns from you. Will Levis, like I said, okay. I think he was better than what I thought he was going to be. So I ain't going to say he blew my expectation, but like he was better than what I expected. But I think he's a little bit ahead of where I thought he was going to be at.
Yeah. And for me with Malik is kind of like what he said, is that he's did good. He has progressed and everything, but you know, there's always room to do better. Right. And I'm going to be a little bit harder on Malik than I am on Levis, because I didn't want Levis. I really didn't think it was a guy that should have came to this team. He is on the team. I'm a root for him, but I got to kind of a little bit more of favoritism to Malik, even though it don't sound like it, because he was the guy that I really wanted. I didn't want us to go getting Will Levis this year, but we got him. But with Malik, it is that it seems like he makes the throws once he sees they're open, and you can't do that in the NFL. You got to predict when they're going to be open and make that ball time with the wide receiver in the window when they're open. You can't pull the trigger when they're open, because if you throw it when they're open or when they're in the window, you're already too late. You got to be getting that ball out so it's right there predicting at the same time when that window is open. And that's something that Malik is just, he's a couple hairs just a little too late when he's trying to make reads and throw balls. With Will Levis, though, I will say his pocket presence and how he moves around in that pocket is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. He did move around in that pocket, avoid some people, step around while keeping his eyes down the field. So that was something I wasn't really expecting from him. But no, nothing with Will Levis blew me away. He did come out play better than I thought he was, but I'm still rooting for Malik to take over this job and put a considerable distance between the two when it looks like Will Levis is just barely behind him, and it shouldn't be that way with a year two guy.
And of course, you saw it in the video right there. Will Levis stepping up and taking off.
Yeah,
his awareness is I'm gonna say underrated.
Well, because like he has awareness in certain situations, like with that one run, he took off, but he had the awareness to know to slide, protect your body, get down, right?
Yes.
But then there's times where throws come up and he needs to make throws, and his awareness ain't too good then to understand where DBs are and where people are, and turns the ball over. So he does have awareness, but it seems like it's lackluster when it comes to passing. It's better. He's better at awareness of seeing the pocket and running, but when it comes to passing, for me at least, Levis's awareness is lackluster in that field, and he needs to step that up.
But, and of course, we see Malik did not have a bad game at all. They were both clicking about 60% completion.
Neither scored a touchdown. I mean, Malik ran one, but neither one threw threw a touchdown. But they both threw interceptions.
Exactly. Like we got more turnovers than we do touchdowns. Like that ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? That's just it ain't gonna cut it.
We got to score in this league.
Yeah, you gotta score, man. You ain't gonna get nowhere. You ain't gonna get nowhere to turn the ball over. He had 2 turnovers that game. He had a pick and he fumbled. So,
but the big question mark for me is 8 sacks in the game.
What was I think it was 79. I think that's who it was. I don't know who he is, but he was on that left tackle side. And
Jalen Duncan.
Yeah, that's the rookie.
Bro,
that gave me
it looked like Dennis Daly. Yes, it looked like Dennis Daly out there the way he got bland.
I wasn't going to say Dennis Daly.
Oh my god.
I was going to say Panda.
Oh god.
They got him strictly for his size. Like they got him for his size alone. They had nothing to do with. He's definitely a project. That dude does not need to see the field at all.
Bro, he was just getting ran past, just blown up at the line. Yeah.
But the question, the other guy we're going to talk about, have we found the second coming of Derrick Henry? And Tajay Spears.
And
you're going to understand.
I ain't gonna say no Derrick Henry, but he most definitely he fits what we're gonna be moving forward. I feel like we're gonna have running backs that's gonna be able to do it all in the pass game, do it all, running the ball. He's the new era of the Titans run game, in my opinion. So,
and this video is going to explain why I said what I said. That stiff arm was filthy.
Yeah, but I mean, I just think he has a lot to do before we can start trying to crown him like the next Derrick Henry or putting him on that same thing. Derrick Henry has done a lot of things in this league and a lot for this team.
But this kid can catch. This kid can catch too.
Yeah, I really like Tajay Spears, man. And for all the people that was roasting him when we drafted him, talking about we need a receiver.
He was my number 3. He was my number 3 back.
Bro,
yeah, Tajay
I cannot hear this dude's name without hearing James talk about, Mr. No Knees. Every time I hear Tajay Spears, that's all I hear is James say Mr. No Knees.
Tell me this. This kid does not look like a guy who doesn't have an ACL, who has cartilage damage. He don't look like that guy.
Yeah, but
he don't need to play the rest of. He don't need to play no more preseason games, man. He pretty much he showed what he gonna be, man. That dude.
But I'm gonna say this.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna give y'all a little glimpse into where I went at running back. I don't think Hassan Haskins makes this roster.
I agree.
I think you take 3 running backs, and with the new shakeup with Patrick, the kid from the XFL, that shakes the whole thing up. So I think it's going to be Derrick Henry, Tajay Spears, and Jaquise Patrick.
Okay, I can see that.
Or if you go 4, you could throw Julius Chestnut.
I think it's going to be Chestnut. I think Chestnut would probably be our number 3 back. I see more from Chestnut than I see from Haskins, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't see us going more than 3 backs because we're going to have to make a conscious decision to not have as depth at one position because I see us going into this season with 3 QBs. So I see us keeping Malik, Will Levis, and Ryan Tannehill on roster. So somebody else is going to have to drop in a position, and I think it's going to be the running back. I think we'll have 3 instead of 4.
And of course, what Shaking Titan says, don't sleep on Chestnut.
Yeah.
I like Chestnut.
And Vrabel loves special team guys too. So the quickest way to get your butt a job on this team in a roster slot is go out there and perform on special teams, especially right now when we've had issues at return or issues at blocking with special teams. Go out there, put on a show. You'll definitely get a roster slot.
But this right here, I'm going to go ahead and do this while we're at it. It is game week.
Yeah.
Titans Vikings. So Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on NFL Plus. And if you're in the Nashville area, but if you do not have DirecTV, you're in good luck. You're in good hands. But if you have DirecTV, sorry, bud, but you're in trouble.
Well, I live in the Nashville area, so I get every Titans game just from being around them. So I ain't got really nothing else to worry about. So
because DirecTV and Nexstar are having a dispute on ABC. So DirecTV does not have ABC.
Oh, okay.
Man.
So
man, this stuff's just getting stupid with these contracts on the TV broadcasting and how you're able to catch again. Why do I gotta have Dish Network, Sunday Ticket, Hulu, and then another local? Like, why can't I just get one package and watch all my games? Why do I gotta keep subscribing to multi
one place?
Yes, I don't get it.
So I'm pulling some plays out of the guy that I co-host with, Michael Bishop. I'm pulling a couple plays out of his playbook. Because he's as good as it gets. But let's Titans, Vikings. Yes, Titans are coming off a loss. Vikings are a team that you should be scared of.
Yes, I don't know. I got to see what the defense is going to be like this year.
Well, let me go ahead and pull up because they got torched. The Vikings defense is supposed to be a good defense, but they had a very tough game against Seattle.
Yeah.
They lost that game 24-13. Seattle had 332 total yards.
Goodness.
226 through the air, 106 on the ground.
Damn. In a preseason game?
Yeah. Seattle only allowed one sack. Minnesota allowed two.
Okay. I mean, how many starters did Minnesota have playing last year on last game on defense? Because I didn't pay attention. I ain't even gonna lie.
Defensively.
Because that's what's kind of hard with these preseason games. You try to get like a judge of what teams are going to be, but then it's like their starters aren't playing. They're not really coaching their full strategy. They're not whipping out new tricks or nothing like that. So it's like, how do you fully evaluate? Because for me, I don't evaluate preseasons as a team totality. I start evaluating preseason off of just individual players and how they play and make plays and become football players, because there's so many variables in preseason. You're not coaching. You're not running the game plans that you want. A lot of the players aren't even playing or starting, and most of the guys are fighting for a roster slot and aren't going to be on the team anyway. So how much can we really pull from preseasons unless, it's like Chicago Bears where majority of their starters was playing?
Hold on, man. My bad. You were kind of
so before we take this down, let's go and get some score predictions. We're going to start with RJ on this.
Let me see. I think Malik's gonna have a good day. I seen him in the joint practice. He looked like he was good in the joint practice. What I heard, he had a really good day. I think Malik will get us the W. I don't know. I mean, Malik, it's going to be both of them. So I'm going to go 24-21 Titans. 24-21.
Bro, get out of my head, bro.
You were
That's exactly what I was like. Oh, that's what I'm gonna go with right there. 24-21. We're not too high scoring, but we gotta at least get 20. Bro, yeah, that's my exact one too, bro. Not to try to copy you, but that's literally it. 24-21 Titans. I see it being 21-21 and us going down there to run a 2-minute drive and getting field goal range to take it.
And of course, What's Shaken did 28-14 Titans.
Yeah, because I mean, our DBs still look out there kind of lost at times. They definitely look lost at times. They was getting not burnt as bad as last year, but I did not like how they do not get through damn blocks to stop runs and screens. They just sit there and dance with the guy, and it's like, get through that man and make a tackle.
I'm gonna say this: if those two screens don't hit,
we win that game.
Yeah, Titans win that game 17-9.
Yeah, but they did hit, and it was piss poor blocking on that our DBs couldn't get off of. Like, we ran a screen, and you saw that DB push our wide receiver all the way into the play, and it's like, that's what y'all need to be doing, but y'all are sitting here dancing like this is still practice and don't contact.
And so I'm going to go a lower scoring game. I'm going to go 21-17.
Okay.
Tennessee. So it was a clean sweep.
Okay. So we've talked about this on our show a couple times already. Do you want to see D-Hop and Tannehill play this preseason any? And if you do you want to see them in week 2 or week 3 of the preseason? Keeping in mind that maybe week 2 we play them just in case anything does happen, soreness, injuries, they have another week or so that they can get ready for the season. So do you want to see them come in and play and get some chemistry before season?
Well,
I want to see them in week 3.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I want to see them in week 3, man. I feel like they need.
Well, I would say do. And I would say give them one series this week and one series against New England. Or 2 series against New England.
I didn't
they got
think
Mahomes
about that.
out there. If they got Mahomes out there playing, bro, I'm sorry, bro. They need to go and play him, man.
Touche. I just know, like, we've had injury issues. So how much do we really want to risk? Now Traylon going out in practice too. How much do we really want to risk? But we got to get some chemistry going.
I feel like you need to get that chemistry. Because there's not much chemistry between your starters.
And
I feel like just get them a drive or 2 in the next 2 games will help them start finding that chemistry.
Yeah, because they got to start getting it at some point.
And What's Shaken said Vikings vs Titans hands down won the day.
That's cool, but that's practice. I want to be happy and excited about it, but it's practice. We got to win the game. We got to win on game day. So I'm excited about that we won practice, but it ain't going to mean shit if we won practice today and then we go lose the game this weekend,
Exactly.
So let's make sure we go win this game.
Yeah, well, I heard the Vikings look like trash. So I mean, that's what I heard.
That don't say a whole lot.
I mean, I heard this is from a Vikings fan, so this is unbiased. You know what I'm saying? The Vikings was I posted in the group chat. I was like, he basically was saying that the Titans came here and they basically whooped the Vikings ass. we were getting to the quarterback. We was picking off Kirk Cousins. I mean, we was winning one-on-ones, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I just felt that what I heard, we beat their ass. So, that's a good thing to hear, is practice, learn from it, watch the film on it. Let's go out here, let's beat them. We play them again tomorrow, right? We'll join practice tomorrow, right? Yeah, we're going to beat them again.
Off on Friday.
Yeah, going to beat them again.
Mm-hmm.
Go have a good day. Hey, the big thing is to string together back-to-back good days.
Yes.
And if you can string together back-to-back good days, you're doing something right.
Yeah. The Vikings they're gonna come harder tomorrow. I'm gonna let y'all know that now.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
What Shaken
Just for
said,
pride.
they did look like trash. Even their media said the same.
Yeah.
But so before we head into our 30-second break, just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Caldera Lab. Caldera Lab creates high-performance men's skincare products, and the regime leads off their product lineup a twice-a-day routine to transform your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And inside this bundle, you'll find your skincare dream team, the clean slate, the base layer, and the good. The clean slate starts and ends your day. The face wash will leave your skin all types of refreshed. The base layer is your daily moisturizer that hydrates your skin and absorbs it fast and leaves your skin a matte finish so that you can start your day confidently. The good is your go-to at night before bed, and it's clinically proven multifunctional serum that helps your skin look tighter and smoother, and it helps reduce the visibility of wrinkles and fine lines. In every drop of this serum, there are 3.4 million antioxidant units protecting your skin. So go to Caldera Lab, get 20% off with our code TITAN at checkout. Yes, that's right. 20% off at Caldera Lab by using our code TITAN. Jump into skin and first impression royalty with Caldera Lab. And we'll be back to wrap this thing up in 30 seconds. And we are back, and welcome to Last Call, presented to you by Caldera Lab. But the big news story from this week, there is trouble on the blind side.
I want to make so many puns and so many jokes on this. Like, how the blind side get blindsided? You know what I'm saying? Like, how? I'm gonna try not to though. I'm gonna keep.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and get in on this. First off, forget Michael Orr for not picking the University of Tennessee, and second, forget that owner. I forget that tutor that told everybody that the dead bodies underneath the stadium, man. All right, for real though, man, it's crazy shit. I just don't understand how can you? They got all this money going. I mean, all this money involved with that movie, and apparently, I guess the Michael Orr didn't get paid for that Blindside movie. No, neither did any other parent.
He didn't make a penny.
He didn't make a penny off of that movie, and that's just unbelievable, man. It's just because at the time I think he was in college, so he couldn't make money off of it. And it just goes back to think of me when I was a student athlete, and I was poor and I was, broke. I didn't have any cash when I was a student athlete. And it makes me think that I'm happy for the athletes now with the NIL deals going on and them making money the way that they're making. So this stuff right here it gets avoided. And I go back and I watched that Johnny Manziel. You guys watch that Johnny Manziel Netflix?
Not yet. I've heard so many mixed reviews.
You got to watch it, man. It's really good, man.
Okay.
It's really good.
Check it out.
But I also I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's one thing that was on there. It's basically talking about how Texas A&M made a bunch of money off of Johnny Manziel and didn't pay him a cent. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, and it funded a lot of the things that they were doing.
What's the title of it?
It's called Untold, and it'll have Johnny Manziel on there.
And it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix, man. Y'all should definitely check it out after this podcast, man. If you guys love football. And you know how good Johnny Manziel was for Texas A&M. I definitely tell you to go check it out.
Of course, my stepdad went to A&M, so.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we get back to Michael Orr. First off, I'm being from Tennessee all my life. I've heard about the Tulies and I've heard about the good and the bad with them, man. And they, what I'm saying, they move like the mob a little bit, man. I'm saying from what I heard, man. Like, you can't mess with the Tulies, man. Like. And just, this is just showing another another event that goes on with them, man. Like you can't mess with these people, man. They'll come with a lawsuit. They gonna get their bread, man. They always gonna get their bread in the end. So, and go ahead.
Go ahead. No, this is just why you never sign. Like you need to understand contracts and stuff. And this is a good prime example of it. Like he thought he was signing adoption paperwork. He thought that they cared enough about him and loved him so much that they was going to adopt him, bring him into the family. They sold that pitch to him. He didn't check the paperwork or what he was signing, and he signed his whole likeness away. And when you sign your likeness away, they can use it however they want.
He basically sold his whole NIL.
Yeah, he sold him. He sold anything they wanted to use with him, his brand, his name, his image, anything they could use and not have to pay him. Like this was the Dave Chappelle shit all over again with the Chappelle show.
Well,
when
that
likeliness, like we're wanting to use the likeliness of your name and brand, like that shit is deeper and more important than people really understand. Once you sign that and you let people, like they're going to take everything and they don't owe you not a damn thing. So make sure you know what your contracts are. Notice what they're saying, because this is horrible. You sit there and you try to make it seem like your family was doing such good, took him in, made these moments on TV. It's like, oh well, gave him his first bed. He didn't even have a bed. Y'all try to make it seem like y'all was just coming from such a good-hearted place to help somebody, and just to see that was just a facade, a fugazi, just to make yourself look good, to take over somebody else to help a football program in college. Like it just doesn't make no sense to screw people over this way. I mean, karma is real, and it's going to come back to get you. It might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but it's going to come back and get you for this. And that's not how you do business. That's not how you treat people. Yeah,
exactly.
They sat there and portrayed how bad his mama was and the block he came from, and they're no better. They're no better.
And so my thoughts on this, one, it's still one of my favorite movies, but they did him dirty.
Yeah.
But as we already get out of here, of course, let everybody know where they can find y'all at.
Titan Colosseum podcast on all social media platforms, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. We are monetized on YouTube, so we appreciate all that support. We are pushing and working towards our monetization on Facebook, so we appreciate that as well. So come check us out. We got a lot of good interviews, a lot of good shows, a lot of the content. We have the AFC South Warzone group page that we have that we're bringing in all the fans from the AFC South and talking a lot of trash and on Facebook. So make sure y'all join in on that too. And let's have some sport and banner and some sports trash talking back and forth against each other, man. Everybody already thinks the AFC South's the worst division in football. So let's have some fun with it.
Yeah. You can find me. You can find the Titans Colosseum. Like I said, you can find it anywhere on any social media platform. But you can also find my Twitter. You know what I'm saying, at the RJ Show. Underscore before the and that's going to underscore after show. You know what I'm saying? I'm funny on Twitter, but also find on Facebook, anything. But most definitely check out Titans Colosseum, man. We're doing big on there, man. We keep growing and getting more people. You know what I'm saying? The content's getting better. I feel like where we started at to where we are now, man, you could just see the progress of a podcast grow, you know, and where we are now, how serious we take this, you know, as a podcasting, man, and how much we have love for this. And it's only gonna get better, man. So, you know, definitely proud of my team and my co-host, man, and because we all work hard, we're always, you know, communicating, trying to figure out ways that we can get better, man. I'm always proud of that. So,
absolutely.
So, Luman says never saw it. You've never seen The Blind Side.
Oh, what? Man,
Dang.
that's an A+ movie, bro. That's one of the best sports movies I've seen. Like that's up
there
there.
with
Remember the Titans,
even better than Rudy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's tough. I love Rudy.
Bro.
Rudy's a good movie.
Bro, that's like saying you ain't never seen Little Giants. Like that's an iconic football movie too, bro. What?
Remember the Titans?
Yeah, bro. That's why I said I put Blindside up there with the Remember the Titans, like them type of movies, man. Like that's a damn good movie, bro.
Denzel, perfection.
We blitz all night.
I loved it, man.
You drop it, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. If you fumble the ball, I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts, and then you will run them out. Perfection.
That's
But
that
of course, go give these guys a follow, and of course, go over and subscribe to the Titan Upload Network. And there's a lot of great content creators: Titans Rossi, Titan Upload, Titans for Life, myself, Tyler from Titan Sign Podcast. We have the Power Hour with Michael Bishop on Monday nights. Now we're going back to 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central over on the Titan Upload Network. And of course, we just crossed the 11,000 mark. We're making the push for hopefully by the end of the season to be at 13,000 by the end of the season. So go there. Titans Rossi should be getting ready to crank up here at about, I think, 9 o'clock Eastern or 10 o'clock Eastern, one of the two. So go over there, subscribe to the Titan Upload Network. And as we get ready to get out of here, again, thanks to both of y'all for coming on and taking about an hour to do this.
No, absolutely, man. It's always fun coming on and talking about the Titans, man. We love talking football.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
my
Anytime,
word.
man. We love hopping on here with the Titan Upload podcast people, man. Y'all some good people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So y'all good people. Y'all always welcome on our show too. So whenever you guys wanna hop on our show, we can definitely do business there too. So
absolutely.
For Firestone and RJ from Titans Colosseum, my name is Lee Hillis from the 615. And as I always say, stay classy.